Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Sport World. It's been Champions League, Champions League, Champions League. Quite exciting one. As the Champions League is always a banger, never a doubt, and you always enjoy the outcome of every game that comes from the Champions League. It's always a competition that every football fan all over the world is always looking forward to. So if you are not in the Champions League, it's as if you are not just involved in football actually. So well, it's good to see Champions League back again. Let's talk about most of the games all in proper. I think I will start with Bayern Munich, Sporting CP. The early part of the game was looking like Sporting CP had something for Bayern, but I think German force is German force. They grew into the game, and the rest was history. They dominated Sporting CP. Early goal was scored by Kimmich, own goal to Sporting CP. I think Bernabeu equalized, Lionel Cow scored, the young star, and before Jonathan Tah wrapped it up 3-1, and they defeated Sporting CP by 3-1. It was more than a comfortable win for Bayern Munich, and it put Bayern Munich, I think, in the second in the table, in the log of the table. So it was a comfortable win for Bayern. There is nothing much. I think Bayern is already, to me, Bayern is through to the round of 16 stage already. My second game should be, I think, Atlanta-Chelsea. Atlanta-Chelsea is this kind of game that is looking weird. Chelsea fans were so angry about that game. A lot of them apportion blame to the manager. They said the manager executed a wrong tactics about the game. But me, I don't know about executing the wrong tactics about the game. But so many big players in that Chelsea team didn't turn up at all in that particular game. They didn't turn up. The likes of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, even Palmer too. Did Palmer actually played? I think Palmer played now. Am I mistaking it with the weekend games? I don't know. But most of the Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez that I know about, they didn't really turn up in that game. They really turned up in that game. And early goal was actually scored by João Pedro. The first goal was scored by João Pedro. A beautiful cross from Reece James, and João Pedro just tapped it in to the net. Then Atlanta grew alive into the game. Skamaka equalized, and Charles de Cataria wrapped it up 2-1. But Chelsea fans are furious. They said some of them are blaming Tosi. Say that whenever Tosi is playing in Chelsea, they tend not to win games and all those. You know, fans is just fans. They'll always look for the blame game. So they're always looking for scapegoats, and Tosi has always been this scapegoat now for recent weeks now so far. So, but the whole team didn't really play well, because because there were so many games, so I didn't really sit and watch the games them all in details. But the few part of the games I watched, the games they didn't really put up a fight. They didn't really put up the energy which you always see from the Chelsea side. I think Atlanta really dominated them in last part of that game. That's all for Chelsea. I think I'll talk about Spurs Liverpool. That's a dominant display from Spurs at home. It was a well-expected win. 3-0. Own goal was scored. The first goal was own goal. Then Kudu scored the penalty. Then Xavi Simons scored the penalty. It was comfortable 3-0 win for Spurs, and Silver Powers I think they are just there to give away points already, so it's not like they are really there to compete. They just want to participate. So, and that's all done for Spurs. Then Bayern, Leverkusen, Newcastle. It ended a 2-2 draw. That game I was rooting for Newcastle to win that game. Because both teams deserve a win. If you say Bayern Leverkusen too deserve the win. Newcastle deserve a win. Both teams played well. It was just it was end-to-end game, attacking. First goal for Bayer Leverkusen was scored by own goal by Bruno Guimaraes. Then Newcastle equalized by Anthony Gordon with a penalty kick. Then Newcastle now scored by Louis Miley, that midfielder. He came in as a sub. He scored a beautiful header from. He could actually make that cross, but that header was unbelievable. The way he looked and bend his head to head that ball was something that you say, okay, they are really hungry to win this particular game. But I think a loss of concentration in the back line from Lewis Hall cost them the 3 point, and Leverkusen equalized through Gremado, and they got a 2-2 draw. Not really a bad result for Newcastle fans because it's away from home, but it's a match that they would have walked away with 3 points, so they will still be disappointed in that game. Then the third game is Atletico Bilbao PSG, ended the 0-0 nil. I just know that game was just something like it was just like a trap, because I know Bilbao will be resolute at home. They have not really picked up enough points in this Champions League phase, so they will want to pick up something from that game, and they were so resolute. They didn't win the game, but they held PSG to a 0-0. I think there was nothing special about it. Then Arsenal Club Brugge, beautiful performance from the Arsenal players. 2 goals from that game was just insane. First goal from Noni Madueke was just unbelievable finish. It was I think it should be one of the best goals in the Champions League this season. Then Noni Madueke make it second by a beautiful cross from Zubimendi. But that cross actually made that goal, because that cross was just unbelievable, and the keeper, it caught the keeper off guard, and Noni headed the ball into the net before Martinelli finished it up with another banger too. The wingers actually really performed. I think Gyökeres tried, but he didn't really got involved in the game a lot. Maybe because of his coming back from injury, he's still getting back his fitness. He's still struggling. But Gabriel Jesus was just like a breath of fresh air. When he came into the game, he was lively. He was going to spaces. You just see that same Gabriel Jesus, that lively Gabriel Jesus, that Gabriel Jesus that will make everybody play better around him. We were seeing Gabriel Jesus on. I just pray he should sustain this level. If he can sustain this level, I think Arsenal will go all the way. But that was a beautiful performance from him. I think the last game, I should talk about Man City, Madrid. I think that was the match of the week, this particular week. City won 2-1. First goal was scored by Rodrigo. Fine, beautiful, well-worked goal, and he scored. Then silly mistake by Courtois cost Madrid caused the equalizer, which was equalized by O'Reilly, and the third goal was penalty, Rudiger clumsiness, and Haaland scored a penalty. Before the game, people were saying if Madrid loses this game, Alonso will be sacked, but we don't know what's going to be the fate of Alonso before the end of before the end of this week. I just pray he shouldn't be sacked, but the players fought so hard. Like, this is the game that I could say, okay, the Madrid players put in all their best. They put in their best to get something for the game. but it's just that they are playing an informed Manchester City side, which is a good team. So games like this will come, but I think it's almost too late for Alonso. I don't know if they will consider him anymore, but we'll see how it goes. I don't want him to be sacked. I feel he's a good manager. The players are just acting like they are bigger than the team and all those things. So a lot of players are not putting all the shift. They're not putting all the energy, which him as a manager wants. But we'll see how it goes. That's basically all I can remember for this particular Champions League. There's a lot of games in the Champions League, so it's very difficult to remember everything. It's always very difficult to memorize most of all the games. But we just enjoy what Champions League brings. Thank you guys for this particular video. Do ensure to like, subscribe to my channel, turn on notification anytime I drop any video, you'll be notified. Thank you and God bless.